Welcome. Today we're gonna try some German WW2 iron ration. We're gonna cook it over a stove. And yes, let's try this. We have our German mess kit, water bottle and bread bag here. In here we have all the things we need to prepare this iron ration. Since this needs to be cooked in boiling water, that's what we're gonna use the mess kit for. And this should also be heated for sanitary purposes. So yeah, let's get cooking. So what we actually have here is the meal itself, a tin with a fire start kit. It's a very good idea to have a watertight container for your matches. I also have some in my pocket, but in case it rains like it's doing now, I want to have a waterproof container. We also have our butter dish. That's very good for, or fat dish. It's very good if you want something to have on your knäckebröd, because it's very dry. Yes, and we also have our random rag here for cleaning and such purposes. And we also have here a e-spit stove, which I will not be using because the common soldier would probably cook something on a stove or something like this with his friends instead of having his own little kitchen here. This you can share. This will take time if you share. And also e-spits are I would not say hard to get, but you shouldn't use them for every meal. If you can use sticks and wood, you should use sticks and wood. But if you are, let's say, in a freezing trench and can't go and get some material for a fire, then you should use your e-spit if you have one. Not every soldier have one. So yeah. We also have here our little bag with some soap and a toothbrush and a field mirror. And here we have Coca-Cola in a modern container with some stickers on, and Nivea cream in a modern container. So this is also post-war, so some of this stuff is a little farb, but it's what they generally had under that time. So I hope you can understand. On me, as you can see, I have my SS.44 jacket and my crusher cap and my rank. So I will be doing this in time period clothing. So yeah, let's get cooking. So the iron ration came in this wax paper that we'll be using for starting the fire. You should always be resourceful. So I will be using this first and then put some small sticks and such on the fire. Yeah, so let's get to it. So yeah, first wax paper, then I have some sticks. These are not period matches, but they will do the same job as WW2 matches. As you can see, this wax paper burns very well, so it would be perfect for starting a fire, as I'm doing now. So let's get some sticks. And while the fire is catching, I will be preparing the first meal. So yeah. So here we have the, I think it's beef stew or something, in a feldgrau painted can. I think you open it with this point up. yeah, I will cut to when it's open. So yeah, it doesn't look that appetizing, but hey, it's for survival. I think it's if you have gone 24 hours without food from the field kitchen or other sources, you will be given or allowed to eat your iron ration. So it's really a last resort and should only be eaten in emergencies, because yeah, it's so yes, I will get my mess kit here and we're gonna pour it in there. Yummy. That doesn't look good. I'm not a big meat eater, so for me this looks absolutely disgusting. But I guess if you haven't eaten in 24 hours, this looks eatable. Yeah, so let's get this on top of the fire. It's starting to die because I put some larger logs on it, but it will do the job. So here we have one portion of soup. I believe it's pea soup. And that you're supposed to mix with water. So yeah, now when I'm thinking of it, I should have used the other part of the mess kit for this part. But yeah. Okay, so I will not be using the whole part. Normally people think that Germans were given soup in like sausage form, you know, those sausages, but actually they were given in cubes, and that makes sense because cubes are better to pack. So you're supposed to mix it with water, and you can crush it up if you want. That will make it mix easier. So do half there and save the other one for reenactment. So as you can see here, we have our herbs and soup under my canteen. How much water you want to have is to your own preference. If you like a very watery soup, you can go with warm water. It doesn't really affect the nutritional value. So I will use my spork and not do that. Yeah, this table is not sturdy, so I will do this off camera. So while that is cooking, I will try some knäckebröd. And I'm Swedish, so I have eaten hard bread before, and I like it quite much. So it will be fun to see how they made it. So it looks quite good actually, and tastes like good hard bread actually. That's very tasty. A little bit harder than I'm used to, but would definitely work. And with some butter or fat, it would be delicious. Yes, so that's actually very good. So as you can see, the soup and the stew is on the fire. I will let the soup boil and it will break apart itself. Yeah, and hopefully this tastes better than it looks. I'm not looking forward to that. So I finally got the fire going. So now I'm just waiting for it to cook still. As you can see, a really meaty stew and the herbs and soup. I believe this actually will taste pretty good. I believe that will make me gag, but I'm open to have my mind changed. I can say so far that I really recommend this for reenacting or people interested in taste and history, because if you look at the website where I bought this, I will put a link in the description. You can see that they have done very good research, and I have already tasted their I don't know what it's called, the frontkemper. Yeah, that's basically a ration for frontline personnel. It's like a K ration. But anyways, that was really good, and I believe this also will be very good. So yeah, just stirring a little bit, and you can see that it's beginning to absorb water. So I believe I put in a very perfect amount of water. And you can see that this is boiling. I would not eat this raw. I think you can eat beef raw, but I will not take any chances. Especially when it's been in a can for years. You never know what kind of bacteria lives in cans. For example, some bacteria can produce bitoxin, which is the most deadly chemical on earth. And I will not take those risks, so always heat up canned food is my recommendation. You will probably be fine anyways, but I would always heat it up. So I believe it's done now. It's been cooking for some minutes, and yeah, it looks very done. So I will place that to cool down over here. It's a wet log, so it won't catch fire. It's not even that hot. And this is probably very hot, so use caution. And place that to cool down over. I can place it on the table here. So yeah, soon I will be eating that. I'm looking forward to tasting that, and as I said, I will try it, but I can't promise that I will like it. But to a hungry soldier in Stalingrad, this probably looks absolutely delicious. So yeah, camera battery died, so I'll be filming this part on the phone. It won't be as good quality, but you get what you can get. I don't want to throw this away. Also, I apologize for modern sweatpants. I didn't want to strip in the forest for our video. So here we have the herbs and soup, and I should have let it cook a little longer. But very tasty, very flavorful, and at a reenactment that would be very refreshing. And here we have my lovely stew. I have let this cook a bit more because, as I said, I won't take any risks. And here, yeah, like I said, I'm not a meat guy. Actually, it tastes better than what I got in school, but it still, I don't like the consistency, so I apologize for that. But if you are a meat guy or a meat woman, you would actually like this, and I recommend this, but right now I cannot say that I enjoy this. So yeah, that was the review. I actually really like the hard bread or knäckebröd, and the erbsensuppe was very good. And if I was at a hardcore reenactment, I would totally eat all of this. Also, you can see one of my collar tabs fall off, so I'm sorry for you OCD reenactors. But yeah, I will see you. I also got these cigarettes that I want to try. I'm not a smoker, but I have smoked at reenactments before, so I will give it a short try. But my conclusion is that Germans had pretty good rations during World War II, and if you are hungry, it's probably very delicious, and you won't say no to food in a dire situation. Imagine yourself 24 hours without food. You would probably eat whatever. And back in the day, they weren't as spoiled as we are today, and they made whatever they could with whatever they had. So yeah, I will. It's really nothing special. Tastes like a normal cigarette, which is probably accurate, but yeah, I don't want to smoke too much, so I'll be putting that out. So yeah, that was my review. Overall, it's not even expensive to buy these stuff. I think it cost me around maybe 20 euros for the iron ration, or 22 euros, I believe. And it came in a very good packaging with wax paper on the outside and more packaging material, which was period accurate. And for 22 euros, that's a very good deal. And if you go to reenactments, maybe 4 times a year, you will have afford to buy this, and it will make the reenactment experience very cool and good. And you can also buy, I think, for 15 euros. I'm not sure, so don't take this as fact, but I believe for 15 euros you can buy the front camper ration, which is very tasty. It's very good stuff in there, and yeah, I will probably be leaving soon because I don't want Swedish people to see me in a SS uniform. Yeah. So yeah, if you can get your hands on this, I would absolutely recommend it. And I have bought some stuff for my friends, and they also really like it. Some candy, and they had a Christmas ration on sale, so I bought that for my friends, and they loved it. So yeah, I think it's very cool that we finally have some food for reenactment, because previously you had to make it yourself, and that can be very expensive because you have to buy exclusive stuff from different stores, and now you can buy it as a package. The only thing I would complain about is that you buy it from Russia, and the Russian post isn't the best right now. I've waited, I believe, 2 months. Luckily, this is food that will last for a long time, so that didn't bother me, but just keep that in mind if you're going to a reenactment, that you buy this in time. Maybe the Russian post have, I believe they are getting better now, so probably 1 month's waiting time, but I wouldn't bet on it. So yeah, absolutely recommend it. So yeah, a link in the description, and you can look. Also, if you're a Russian reenactor, you can buy Russian rations, and that's actually very cool. So